Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Killing. I'm here back in another video, and today I have another ration review. And for today, this one is a menu number 7 Brisket MRE. And I know it looks a little bit different than the other Brisket MRE I've tried. This one is actually a 2012 vintage MRE, and the difference between the 2012 vintage MRE and the 2019 one is the vintage one has just the writing Brisket MRE, whilst the one from 2019 or before had brisket entree or brisket beef brisket with the sliced being on the bottom with the gravy on it. But let's open this up and see what we have inside, and maybe either we'll have different components or we may have pretty much similar to what we had from the last brisket. So we have peelable seal. Let's see if we can find a date code on this. This one, I don't think actually has a date code, but we are aware that this is a 2012. So there is no date code on that, but I'm sure we can find a date code on the food items. People saw top. I was able to find more brisket MREs online, so that's pretty cool. I got everything pulled out. That's all that's in the bag. First up, we have some toffee cubes, chocolate flavored, or known as, these actually do feel like toffee cubes, but these are hard as a rock. And hopefully, this being a vintage, about a 10-year ration, I hope it's really good and there's not any molding, anything like that, and it was packaged and stored well. We have a Sterling Foods chocolate chip cookie. We have an accessory kit B. Apologize for the bad English there. I can't even speak today for some reason. MRE spoon. We have some cheese spread. Feels good. Doesn't feel hard or anything like that, like the other ones. There's some crackers. We have a grape beverage base. Ooh. Now I actually have not had the garlic mashed potatoes, so I am looking forward to trying this out, seeing how it tastes. There is the nutritional facts and the ingredients. Pause the video if you're interested in that. And we have a date code, 257th day of 2012. And we are aware that isn't that. We have FRH. And last but not least, we have our brisket entree. Gravy with seasoned beef brisket slices. Now, that same description is actually printed on the newer MREs. So, we have everything laid out. Let's get this all into a tray and start opening up stuff. Before we do actually put everything out, let's see what's in the accessory kit first. We have a lemonade beverage base. A little bit crystallized, but I think it's fine. Chocolate gum. Iodized salt. We have some typical teepee. Some butter buds. That will be good on our mashed potatoes. And we have a moist towelette. Alright, now let's get that food onto the tray. Alright, now that we have everything laid out, let's get those brisket, MRE, and the garlic mashed potatoes heated up. This did not come with a little cardboard pouch, so it kind of looks like we'll be just shoving these into the FRH and then putting it to a side. So that is our brisket entree. It feels like a lot of beef is inside. And I've noticed I have ordered another ration, except it was not vintage, and it feels more gravy than any beef at all. And then you just feel like your standard mashed potatoes as if they were not having enough moisture in it. So let me get these all heated up and we'll move on to everything else here. Alright, now that we have that heating up to somewhat, let's get our drink, which is grape flavored. Let's get that into a water bottle. Now it does have like a bluish tinge to it, almost like blue raspberry, but I can assure you that it is not blue raspberry, it is grape. Huh. I do have to say I have not seen a drink that is blue and it is grape flavored. Okay, we'll put that to the side. Let's get those toffee cubes out. Definitely has like a chocolate, almost like like a fruity chocolate smell to it. And these are hard as a rock too. So I don't know if I'm looking forward to that. Get some crackers out. I got no hiss to that. Crackers are in perfect condition. It's nice. That is something you do not see every day. We also have our chocolate chip cookie. It's a little bit broken up, but that's okay. I guess while we're eating, waiting, there's this little piece. I'm gonna try it actually. That's actually pretty good. That's not bad at all. And let's take a look at that cheese spread. Now, I did have a couple comments from my last vintage MRE, and commenters have told me that if the food has an off smell or whatnot, this cheese, hold on, I'm gonna have to give it a little taste to it. It looks fine. trying to think. There's like no bad aftertaste at all. I think it's just aged a little bit. Alright, let's wait for those mains and those garlic mashed potatoes to be all heated up, or somewhat heated, and we'll get it all onto the tray. Alright, we have our mashed potatoes and our brisket entree fully heated up. I'm going to open up the mashed potatoes first, of course, because I do want to see how they look. And I also... Ooh. Actually, I have also seen a couple videos upon the garlic mashed potatoes. I've had a couple people say, I've seen in comments on people's videos of them. And the garlic mashed potatoes are kind of like a 50-50. Like sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. And some of them saying that the garlic mashed potatoes are like too garlicky. But I have to kind of agree to that. But at the same time, I think it will be just fine. I've never had garlic mashed potatoes. There's some still in there. But I wouldn't say that these would be bad. So, and we won't know unless we try it. Plus, probably with some garlic. I meant some butter and some salt. I think it would be fine. And the reason why I did say that it is very, almost like you didn't put enough moisture in it. Well, I'm going to give you guys a little bit close up of why. Not saying that this is a bad thing, but this is just for you guys to know that if you do end up getting an MRE that does have, or a US MRE that does have the taters in it, and it is kind of like a flaky consistency, that is just with the mashed potatoes alone. That has nothing to do about the age or whatnot. And to be honest, let's open up those brisket before we try it. I have to say that the gravy did not fully liquidize, and I know it kind of looks chunky, but that's on my fault behalf because the thing didn't fully heat up. So that's fine. We are going to eat it just as is. I am going to try a little bit of the regular mashed potatoes. Nice fluffy consistency. Kind of looks like powdered snow. Let's try it out. Well, I can say what people were saying upon it being a bit dry or too garlicky. Mine are more on the side of dry. So, what we are going to do, we are going to just mix this all up. And if we need to, we can add a little bit of salt, but I'm probably going to mix the main in with it. So let's try it now. Oh yeah. That's really good. Wow. Those butter buds really help it out. Now let's try the beef brisket and gravy. Does look chunky. That is just the fat from the gravy. That is totally fine. Let's try it out. I'm just lost for words. It's not bad at all. It tastes just fine. Smoky, flavorful, a little bit fatty from the gravy base. Not too salty. Definitely has that beef smoke undertone. And we're gonna mix it up with the mashed potatoes. And the butter from the mashed potatoes along with the creaminess now just brings it with more flavor. I'm just lost for words actually. Alright. I'm gonna turn away from this and we're gonna try a little bit of everything else. Crackers look fine. Let's have the cracker just on its own. A very dry cracker. Definitely need some cheese. I just went back for that cheese. And I know what MRE cheese spread tastes like, but that one was a little bit worse. It kind of tastes like if it's starting to kind of go bad. So I did try it. I'm not gonna go in for another swig or put on this. I do not want to ruin this at all. So let's try our chocolate chip cookie. That's pretty good. Now let's wash it down with our blue looking grape drink. For it being blue and actually being grape, it's not bad at all. Nice, subtle, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of tartness of grape flavor. Not bad at all. Pretty good. And I do want to give just a little bit of a close-up. I know we've already tried the main mashed potatoes, but for those that do not know, just of how exactly they look when they're not heated fully up, this is how they look when they're fully not up. Kind of have all just that fat. Same with taters, but those taters are just fine. And then last but not least, we have the chocolate cubes of toffee, or I would probably say this is kind of similar to Tootsie Rolls. Yeah, I mean, they're just Tootsie Rolls. Nothing really special. Those are not bad at all. A little bit of sweet, soft. I actually thought they were going to be hard, but when you do bite into it, it just kind of melts in your mouth. I think that was pretty good. I was actually kind of, in a way, afraid to try this. I'm going to go in for one more bite before we end this. Just a little bit. It would be kind of good if I could put some cheese, just a little drizzle on top, but to me that cheese tasted off. Maybe that's just me, but usually that MRE cheese, when it's fully new or a little bit of a couple years old, it still has that sweet but salty cheese flavor to it, almost like Cheese Whiz. So I'm going to finish this up and we're going to be back for a recap. Alright guys, we're back for a recap. And overall, for this being a 10-year MRE, probably one of the oldest MREs that I have had itself. I've tried to have the 1990s rations, and I just cannot bear to go into that ration territory of risk of either getting sick or preferably to really go off a bad smell. But with this ration alone, I was really hooked onto this, and just sorry, I just thought it would be a really good ration and something to try out. And to be honest, I'm actually very surprised that for it being a Brisket MRE 10 years ago, I'd say it's pretty good. And all the components, other than that cheese spread, everything else was really good. I do apologize if I was not able to try the MRE lemonade, for those that may be thinking, or maybe even mixed it in with the grape, but I didn't know if it was going to taste really good or whatnot. And yeah, everything else was pretty good. And I'm pretty full right now. And yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you do not miss out on future videos and other content that I post. And until next time, guys, I'll see you guys soon. Have a good day, guys.